Welcome back to Red Lip MUA. Today we are doing day 19 of my makeup challenge, which is picking a random palette and creating a makeup look out of it. So let's go ahead and pick a palette. So the palette that got chosen today was this Morphe 9E Pretty in Peach palette. And this is what the inside of it looks like. The packaging is really cute and strong, and it does have a mirror under this, but I don't take them off mostly because of these videos. So typically I really like these Morphe 9-pan palettes because I just think they're really cute. They're really easy to kind of create a look out of them. And all over, I kind of enjoy like the color stories that they have. My only frustration with this one is that like there's 1, 2, 3 that are like official shimmers, but this shade here, this one, and this one all have a sparkle to them, and I don't think it's really picking up on camera. Yeah, you can see it a little bit in this one. But they all have a sparkle to them, so that only leaves these 3 shades right here as full actual matte shades. And I get a little frustrated with that because I don't like putting any type of shimmer in my crease or anything like that. So I think that a couple of those shades that have the sparkle to it really kind of needed to not, or at least make like one of them an additional matte shade, or even like kind of 2, because you have 3 of these really beautiful shimmers. So I don't know, I get a little frustrated with that kind of thing, but we'll still see how this palette turns out and how the blendability is. Some of them can be hit or miss, so let's give it a shot. So first I am priming my eyes with the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. My primer is set, so I am going to first start with this shade right here. This one is called Dressed Up, and I'm going to be using a ColourPop E28. I want to start packing that on the inner and outer corners. I'm going to create kind of like a halo eye look with this. So I've kind of messily built up that shade that I'm looking for. So now I want to go into this kind of like tannish color, even though it's got a little bit of a sparkle to it, but whatever. It's called Softer Side, and I'm going to be using a ColourPop E27, and I want to just kind of slightly blend out that that Dressed Up shade. So now that I've kind of blended those 2 shades a little bit, I just want to go in with a clean blender brush. This is just from Morphe. And I want to brush it over the tops just a little bit to make sure that it's just nice and blown out and looks very kind of airbrushed and smooth into a transition. So now just with my finger, I'm going to dip into this shade right here, which is called Strawberry Kisses, and I'm going to start to place that on the open area of my halo. So now with kind of like a flat kind of definer brush, or like a dense brush, this one is the Sigma E20. I'm going to spray it with some setting spray after I have put some of that same shade, the Strawberry Kisses, on it, just because I want to try and make that shade just pop a little bit more. I think I want to keep this look kind of just nice and simple and kind of flirty and girly, so I am going to go ahead and put my base on and come back and finish up the eyes with you. So I've got most of my base on. We're going to go ahead and finish up the eyes, and the first shade that I'm going to go into is the first one that we used on the top, which is the Dressed Up shade. And as always, I use it on a flat definer brush, typically from Morphe, because I think those are the only ones that I have. So I forgot to mention that the Dressed Up shade, I only put it on the inner and outer corners. I want to leave that center open because I'm going to put a little bit of the shimmer shade that's up top also in the center on the bottom. So I have that on either side. Now I'm going to dip into this one right here, the softer side, and this is just a small fluffy Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number or a name. And I just want to blend out either side of that. So now again, with a flat definer brush, I'm going to dip into that shimmer shade, which is the Strawberry Kisses, and put that right on the center of my lower lash line. So now I'm going to pick up this shade right here. This one is called Rom Com. And on a Morphe M213 brush, I'm going to use this as my inner corner highlight. For liner, I'm again going to be using the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Honeydude. And let me show you why. The only other pinkish shade that I have for an eyeliner is this one. This one is also a ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Insomniac. So it's just way too bright for what I'm going for. So just kind of like a almost peachy cream color is pretty much what I need. If not like a white, but I think just like a regular white would be a little too bright for this. And now for mascara, we are going to be using the Covergirl Lash Blast Volume as usual. I'm going to go ahead and do some final touches, and I will come back and show you the finished look. And here's the final look. Let me know what you guys think. For the most part, I didn't really have an issue with these shadows. I'm honestly kind of happy because this shade right here that had a little bit of like a sparkle in it, it's called Softer Side. The sparkle didn't really show up with the way that I used it, so I'm happy about that. I really do wish that they just had regular mattes, just like one or two more in this palette, but either way, I do think it is beautiful. The pigmentation was great, the blendability was great. I've never really had a problem with Morphe shadows, so I'm not really surprised. Overall, I love how this look turned out. I think it's very like flirty and girly and just soft at the same time. I could have gone for a softer lip, but I love a bold lip. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. As always, my other socials are listed down below in the description box, along with all of the products that I used on my eyes and my face. So if you ever are wondering, that's the best place to look. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you for day 20.